So Jacksonville, Florida isn't just one place. It's hundreds of different lifestyles, depending on where you land. Some neighborhoods are built for beach lovers, while others are perfect for folks who want land, less HOA, or space to raise chickens. But here's the thing, most people only hear about the same few spots over and over. So today, we're changing that. We're going beyond the typical top 5 list and digging into some of the most popular, underrated, and downright surprising areas you should know about if you're thinking of moving to Jacksonville, Florida in 2025. From coastal communities to neighborhoods with more space, more character, and more personality, these are the areas real people are asking about, moving to, and loving. And a few of them, you won't find these on any other YouTube channel. So before we move in, a quick heads up. Every neighborhood we're talking about today is based on publicly available rankings, like what you'll find on niche.com and other well-known sources. But here's the thing, as real estate agents, we're not here to steer you toward any one area. It's important that you do your own homework. Visit neighborhoods in person, decide what truly fits your lifestyle. What we're giving you today is a starting point, a way to cut through the noise and get a feel for these areas that are turning heads in Jacksonville right now. Sound good? All right, let's kick things off with one of the biggest names on the list, Nocatee. When you talk about the hottest place to live in Jacksonville, Florida right now, Nocatee is basically the blueprint. It's not just a neighborhood, it's a full-blown lifestyle. Nocatee consistently ranks as one of the top master plan communities in the entire country. And once you've seen it, you'll get why. Picture sprawling parks, splash water parks that honestly look like mini resorts, dog parks, a fitness center, miles of biking and hiking trails, and shopping centers where you can grab your groceries, a latte, and a new outfit without ever leaving the golf cart. But it's not just amenities. Nocatee schools are top-notch, part of the St. Johns County School District, which is consistently ranked number 2 in the state of Florida. Families flock here because they know the education system is strong, the community events are consistent, and the homes, brand new or newer builds, everything from cozy townhomes to luxury custom homes. According to niche.com, Nocatee scores high marks in housing, family friendliness, outdoor activities, and safety. It's like someone built a wish list of what people want in a neighborhood and then actually delivered it. Homes do come at a premium compared to older areas, but buyers see it as an investment in both lifestyle and future value. And with constant growth, new neighborhoods, new parks, even a new town center expansion, Nocatee isn't slowing down anytime soon. Whether you're a young family, an active retiree, or someone who just wants an easygoing, community-centered vibe, Nocatee feels like living on a permanent vacation. And trust me, if you think Nocatee sounds impressive, wait till you hear about St. John's, where families are literally lining up to grab brand new homes before they're ever built. Let's jump into it. But real quick, before we move on to the next area, if you're sitting here thinking, man, Nocatee sounds like my kind of place, or you're just starting to picture life here in Jacksonville, Florida, that's exactly why we put these videos together. I'm Andrew Michael with the Coastal Haven Group, and my team and I help people buy, sell, and relocate all across the Jacksonville area every single day. So if you're ever thinking about making a move, pause the video for a second, grab our info right there on the screen or down below in the description. We'd love to help you find the perfect neighborhood to call home. But if you like the idea of being in St. Johns County, with just a little more elbow room and less HOA structure, you might want to look just a few minutes northwest at Fruit Cove. It offers more space, more trees, and a slightly different pace of life. If you love the idea of being in St. Johns County, but want a little more room to breathe, Fruit Cove could be your spot. Located in the northwest part of the county, just across the Julington Creek Bridge from Jacksonville's Mandarin area, Fruit Cove offers a more laid-back, spread-out feel compared to the master plan communities like Nocatee. You'll find a mix of neighborhoods with sidewalks and cul-de-sacs, but also homes on larger lots with more trees, bigger backyards, and a little more privacy. It's ideal for folks who want the more suburban calm, but don't necessarily want to live under a strict HOA rules or in neighborhoods where the trees were just planted last year. Fruit Cove also gives you a quick access to tons of shopping and dining, both within the community and right over the bridge in Mandarin. Big box stores, local restaurants, coffee shops, it's all right there without the daily grind of heavy traffic. And while it may feel a little quieter than other areas on this list, that's exactly why people move here. It has a reputation for being family-friendly, residential, and just far enough away from the bustle without feeling disconnected. School-wise, you're still in St. Johns County, so you've got access to those same highly rated public schools that draw so many families to this part of Northeast Florida. Home prices in Fruit Cove tend to be slightly more affordable than Nocatee, especially if you're looking at older homes or ones that aren't in gated subdivision. There's also the chance to find custom or semi-custom homes that give you more land, something that's getting harder and harder to find as the area continues to grow. If Nocatee feels a little too polished or too planned, Fruit Cove might be that perfect middle ground. And speaking of crossing the bridge, if you're wondering what life looks like on the other side of the creek, Mandarin has a lot of character, great shopping, and homes with that lived-in charm you can't always find in newer developments. Let's go take a look. If you're looking for a neighborhood in Jacksonville that offers mature charm, great convenience, and a little more personality than your average master plan suburb, Mandarin might be your spot. Located in the southwestern corner of Duval County, just across the Jointon Creek Bridge from St. Johns County, Mandarin has long been known for its canopy-covered roads, well-established neighborhoods, and quiet tree-lined vibe that feels worlds away from the high-speed growth that's happening in other parts of the city. Mandarin has a rich history, and you can feel it in the architecture, the street names, and the way the neighborhoods are laid out. While you won't find cookie-cutter subdivisions or sparkling new developments everywhere, you will find homes with mature landscaping, larger lots, and that hard-to-find sense of timelessness. It's the kind of place where you might see a brick ranch from the 1970s next to a newly renovated two-story home. And somehow, it all works. This part of Jacksonville is especially appealing for buyers who want something that feels lived in, established, and functional, without giving up access to shopping, schools, and restaurants. In fact, Mandarin is one of the more convenient places to live in Jacksonville. You're a quick drive from I-295, which loops around the city, and US 1, which cuts right through town. This gives residents easy access to downtown Jacksonville, the south side of Jacksonville, St. Johns County, and even the beaches in about 30 minutes. Shopping is a major plus here too. From big box stores like Target and Whole Foods to locally owned shops, Mandarin gives you more than enough to handle your daily errands without driving across town. There's also a surprisingly strong restaurant scene. Whether you're into casual diners, sushi spots, or trendy bistros, you'll find something close by. Schools in the Mandarin area are also well regarded, with a mix of top-rated public and private options. That combines with the mature housing stock makes this a popular spot for families who want the convenience and space without the feel of a brand new subdivision. And as far as real estate goes, you're likely to find a wide range of home prices. Entry-level homes can start in the high 300,000s, while larger homes on bigger lots or closer to the river can go well into the 600,000s, 700,000s, and beyond. There's a good mix of architectural styles, everything from brick ranches to coastal modern renovations. The lifestyle here is laid back and residential. Neighbors know each other, yards are well kept, and there's a sense of pride and ownership that runs deep. You'll also find more unique custom feel homes than you might in other areas where everything was built at the same time with the same builder. So if you're the kind of buyer who appreciates modern trees, character, and location, but still wants to be close to the action, Mandarin is one of the most balanced neighborhoods Jacksonville has to offer. Now, if you love the idea of living near Mandarin, but are trying to stretch your budget a little further without sacrificing access to shopping and amenities, there's another area worth checking out, and that's Bartram. Bartram, one of Jacksonville's fastest growing and most conveniently located communities for buyers who want value, accessibility, and a neighborhood that's still evolving. Located in southern Jacksonville, Bartram has become a go-to alternative for people who want to be near St. Johns County without paying St. Johns County prices. It offers a fresh mix of newer homes, expanded retail centers, and greater commuter access, all while keeping a more affordable price tag. Bartram's growth has been driven by its proximity to major roadways like I-95 and US 1, which make commuting into downtown Jacksonville, the south side, or even up towards the beaches a breeze. But what really draws people in is the area's walkability and retail access. The Durbin Pavilion shopping district has exploded in the last few years, bringing with it a Walmart, a movie theater, restaurants, grocery store, and just about every daily convenience you could ask for. all within a few minutes from most neighborhoods. Homes in Bartram's tend to be built in the early 2000s or later. That means modern layouts, updated infrastructure, and neighborhood amenities like community pools, sidewalks, and playgrounds. Many of the homes feature open floor plans, attached garages, and low-maintenance yards. Perfect for first-time home buyers, young families, or anyone looking to downsize without losing functionality. The price point is another reason Bartram continues to gain popularity. Many homes start in the mid to high 300,000s, making it one of the more affordable areas on this list, especially when you factor in the convenience and access to amenities. Bartram offers a solid balance of suburban comfort and city connectivity. It's ideal for buyers who want that everything in one place feel, without going full-blown master plan community. There's a sense that the area is still growing, still improving, which means buying here isn't just about where you live now, but where the neighborhood is headed. If you're looking for newer construction, easy access to shopping, and a location that still gives you flexibility in your daily commute, Bartram is one to keep on your radar. But maybe you're less focused on new builds and big shopping centers, and more interested in something with charm, history, and a little bit of that old Florida soul. If character, mature trees, and riverside living sound like your kind of vibe, then San Marco is definitely worth a closer look. Welcome to San Marco. This is Jacksonville's answer to a little slice of southern charm with a splash of artsy cool. Just south of downtown along the St. Johns River, San Marco is known for its historic Mediterranean-style homes, canopy-lined streets, and the iconic lion statue in the San Marco Square. The homes here, think 1920s character mixed with modern updates, and yes, they come with a price tag. Realistically, single-family homes in San Marco start in the 500,000s and climb from there, especially if you're looking for something fully updated or closer to the river. It's also a foodie's dream. From fancy steakhouses like Rue St. Marc to cozy spots like Cavarina, you'll never run out of date night options. Plus, if you love boutique shopping and strolling through local galleries, San Marco Square will keep you busy on the weekends. Next, we're heading to the coast for something completely different. Vibrant beach towns full of restaurants, nightlife, and ocean breezes. Let's check out Jacksonville Beach, Neptune Beach, and Atlantic Beach. If living where every day feels like a vacation sounds like your kind of plan, you need to check out Jacksonville Beach, Neptune Beach, and Atlantic Beach. While technically separate towns, they blend together along the coast to form one continuous stretch of beach lifestyle that locals love. Here, you'll find everything from beach cottages and new townhouses to multi-million-dollar oceanfront estates. The vibe is casual, fun, and just a little bit eclectic. Restaurants, breweries, surf shops, art galleries, and parks line these communities. You're never far from a great taco, a sunset happy hour, or a weekend farmer's market. Each beach town has its own flavor. Jacksonville Beach is a little more built up with a bigger condo complexes and a lively bar and restaurant scene. Neptune Beach feels a little smaller and more local, with cozy restaurants and its boutique shops. Atlantic Beach leans even more residential and laid back, with quiet streets and a strong community feel. Home prices here vary widely, depending on proximity to the ocean. You can find smaller condos starting around the 400s, but single-family homes closer to the water quickly climb into the 800,000s and up. Living here means easy beach access, walkability, and a true community vibe that makes everyday life feel like a mini getaway. If a salty breeze, flip-flop culture, and weekend bike rides sound like your ideal day, one of these beaches might just be where you want to land. Next up, if you love the idea of family-focused amenities and still want affordability without crossing too far south, let's take a look at Fleming Island. If you're searching for that sweet spot between affordability, community, and convenience, Fleming Island deserves a serious look. Located southwest of Jacksonville in Clay County, Fleming Island offers suburban lifestyle without feeling isolated. It's especially popular among families and military personnel who need to make the commute to Jacksonville, or one of the nearby bases like NAS or Naval Air Station Jacksonville. You are close enough to the downtown Jacksonville for an easy commute, but far enough away to get more house for your money. Fleming Island features a ton of neighborhoods, many with amenities like pools, golf courses, sports parks, and walking trails. Places like Eagle Harbor and Fleming Island Plantation are well known for offering family-centered amenities without the high HOA fees you see in newer master plan communities. Schools in Fleming Island are another big draw, with several top-rated public options that attract families year after year. Home prices are generally more affordable compared to St. Johns County, with many single-family homes starting in the high 300s and larger homes getting into the $600,000 range, depending on location and upgrades. The vibe here is laid-back suburban living. You have all the convenience you need, from shopping centers to restaurants to healthcare facilities, without feeling overwhelmed by the constant growth you might feel in other areas. If you want a tight-knit community with plenty of amenities and still need to commute into the city occasionally, Fleming Island strikes a really good balance. But if you're the kind of person who dreams about living closer to the water with a little more of a hidden gem vibe, you're going to want to stick around the Blunt Island and/or the Heckscher Drive area. If you want something totally different from anything else on this list, you need to hear about Blunt Island and Heckscher Driving area. Tucked along the St. Johns River just before it meets the Atlantic Ocean, this area is a hidden gem most people overlook. Living here means having river access practically at your doorstep, with incredible views and easy access to both downtown Jacksonville and Amelia Island. It is a short scenic drive to some of the most beautiful and uncrowded beaches in Florida. One of the coolest features here is the ferry service across the river, making weekend outings or commutes a lot more fun. Plus, if you love naval history, you will appreciate seeing ships docked nearby at Mayport Naval Station. Housing here is a unique mix. You'll find everything from older riverfront homes to cozy bungalows to newer or recently renovated properties. But here's the catch. You absolutely need to check the FEMA flood maps before buying. Some parts of this area are flood prone and insurance can get expensive very quickly. Still, if you do your homework, you can land an amazing waterfront home with incredible access to both the city and the coast without paying Amelia Island or Ponte Vedra prices. If the idea of quieter lifestyle with boating, fishing, and river sunsets sounds like your version of paradise, the Heckscher Drive area is definitely worth considering. Next, if you want an even more of a true resort lifestyle surrounded by natural beauty, let's head north to Amelia Island. Now, if you're looking for a place that truly feels like a luxury retreat, Amelia Island might be exactly what you're picturing. Located north of Jacksonville and just south of the Georgia border, Amelia Island is known for its high-end resort feel, pristine beaches, and unspoiled natural beauty. It's a spot where you can slow down and soak it all in. Whether that's golfing at world-class courses, biking along scenic trails, or just enjoying sunrises and sunset views over the dunes. Amelia Island's charm comes from its mix of historic coastal towns like Fernandina Beach and newer upscale communities nestled along the coastline. The housing here ranges from beach cottages and condos to gated communities and oceanfront estates. While homes can start in the $500,000 price range, the luxury market here stretches well north of $1 million range for those looking to go all in on beachfront living. What sets this area apart is how well it blends modern amenities with a sense of peace. There's boutique shopping, great seafood, weekly markets, and a strong local arts and culture scene, all within minutes of the sand. It's also an ideal place for second home buyers, retirees, or anyone who's ready to live where most people go on vacation. If the idea of waking up to the sound of the ocean and having everything you need close by sounds appealing, Amelia Island might be your next home base. Are you ready for our 10th and final area? Are you looking for a home with more space between neighbors, less stringent HOA rules? Then West Nassau County and Callahan may be the ticket. If you are dreaming about more land, fewer rules, and a slower pace of life, while still being close to Jacksonville, Callahan and West Nassau County could be exactly what you need. Located just northwest of Jacksonville, this area is becoming increasingly popular for buyers who want more breathing room without sacrificing access to the city. It's common here to find homes sitting on 1 acre or larger lots, whether you want space for garden, a workshop, chickens, or just a bigger buffer between your neighbors. This area offers it. Home prices tend to be more affordable than what you'll find in the core Jacksonville suburbs, starting in the mid-300,000s depending on the lot size and what you're looking for, a newer build or an older farmhouse-style property. You will see a wide variety of properties, from newer subdivisions with light HOA rules to fully unrestricted rural properties. Just keep in mind that because the area is a little more rural, flood zones can be a factor. So it is a smart idea to review FEMA flood maps and talk to your insurance agent if you are buying here. Callahan to West Nassau are great options for people who want more freedom, more privacy, and a little less hustle in their everyday life. Now let's wrap things up with a few final thoughts on how you could take the next step if one of these neighborhoods catch your eye. There you have it. 10 of Jacksonville's most exciting, livable, and sometimes overlooked neighborhoods heading into the year 2025. Whether you're chasing beach life, more space, a little historic charm, or just want a better quality of life, there is truly something for everyone here. If one of these neighborhoods stood out to you, or if you are still trying to figure out where you might fit in best, that's exactly what my team and I are here for. Feel free to reach out. Our contact information is on the screen and in the description down below. Call, text, or email anytime. We would love to help you find not just a house, but a community you are excited to call home. And if you're looking to learn about what it's like living in Jacksonville, we have tons of other videos on our channel that deep dive into the Jax lifestyle. And you can watch all those videos right here.